Hey, Kevin Martin here, your UT admissions guy. I'm still here in Paramaribo, Suriname, and I go to Brazil tomorrow, so it'll be a long travel day for me. We're about 2 days removed now from the release of admissions decisions on February 17th, Friday afternoon. And of course, the most frequently asked question I'm getting right now, I've gotten a few who are like, hey, like, what should I do in Austin? I'm really excited to go, but I've been getting like literally dozens of emails from people asking about the appeals process. Because obviously, like, you're disappointed with your decision, and like you want to like demonstrate how dedicated you are to UT Austin, how it's your dream school, number one choice. But like the reality is, like, appeals like don't work. Like, they just don't really work. Okay, so I've already seen people trying to take different angles. They'll say, "Oh, can I just like request? I didn't get computer science or business or engineering. Can I just like request a different major? Or like, are there majors that are less open or more open than others?" And like, yeah, you can submit a major change request. Like, there's no harm in submitting an appeal. But like the reality is, they're just going to look at your application again and then like not consider your appeal, or they'll just reject your appeal. Like, even on the appeals portal, a few years ago, there used to be like a drop down tab where there was sort of different grounds for submitting an appeal. But it seems like they've actually removed that drop down menu, and like the only grounds for an appeal now or submitting additional information is to correct an error in your initial application. So in some rare instances, high schools will incorrectly write down your class rank, or UT will incorrectly transcribe your class rank from your transcript into their system, or something happens with your test score where you have a different last name or different social security number. So UT, either didn't get your test score when you thought they did, but for the most part, like, unless something like seriously wrong happened with your initial application. I don't mean like, oh, you want to update your essays or like submit a new letter of recommendation, demonstrating your commitment to UT. Like, those are not what that's not what they mean by new information. Like, there has to be some error in your application that you need to correct. There's also a student that asked, hey, like, I was top 7.3% by December 1st, but I've actually moved up into the top 7% after my fall semester senior year grades. Should I submit a new transcript? And the answer there is also no. Like, they're going to look at it and they're just going to say no. Like, that doesn't work, because the state law, Senate Bill 175, says that whatever the student's class rank is by the deadline, like, that's what qualifies them for automatic admission. And so it's like, great that you've been doing well senior year, but as far as UT admissions, like, it's not going to make a difference. I've also had people ask about like appealing for PACE, right? It's like, yeah, sure, like, you can ask, and like they'll probably say no, but if you want to ask to do PACE, like, they couldn't hurt to try. But I mean, like, the reality comes back to like for the vast majority of people, unless you have an error in your application or you have like similar like credentials to a like twin brother or sister, one of which got admitted and you didn't, then you can request reconsideration, as a like, because your twin brother got in and you don't want to be separated from them. Also, if you're an early college high school student and you have more than 30 college hours completed, you can be asked for consideration as a transfer student. That way actually does work sometimes. So like that and twins are like two of the ways that it can happen, right? So in a select few cases, appeals can work. But for the most part, like, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And I don't have any other way to stress that. I know there's this tendency to like want to do everything and anything in your power to make it happen. And people are asking like, how can you help me with my appeal? I'm like, I can't. Like, I can't, like, I can't do anything. I couldn't do anything when I worked for UT Austin. I was on the appeals committee, and like, they just don't work. I mean, I know it's disappointing, but it's important to realize that for many of you, unless you're pursuing CAP or PACE, the only other option for you is to pursue a transfer, right? So attending a community college or another four-year university, maintaining strong grades, and then trying again after you get more than 30 hours completed. But I know, like, this isn't what you guys want to hear, but it's just the reality of things. I mean, there's even a debate within UT. Like, it used to, you had to submit the application by like paper, so you had to like submit an appeal like by physical paper. So they changed it to an online system in, I believe, 2012. And there was a lot of debate because they were afraid that like people were going to submit like too many appeals, and like that's obviously happening. Like, there's probably going to be hundreds, if not like literally thousands of people submitting an appeal. You can put your hat in the ring, but you should start making plans for attending another university in the fall. So that's kind of the tough love I have to give today. But nevertheless, like, my advice is always the same. Like, just take a few days, like, let out whatever anger you have, whatever emotions you have. Don't make any rash decisions. You don't have to decide what university to attend until May 1st. So, you don't need to like figure out your life plan about changing majors or transferring, like, just seriously, just like, please just let it go, and try and enjoy the rest of your senior year and focus on the positive outcomes hopefully you have with your other applications. So thanks, and I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend.